300,000 jobs. Gone. In less than 2 years. That's not a prediction. That's not a warning. That's what's already happening. Right now, as AI agents quietly take over entire departments. And the scary part? Customer service was just the beginning. Here's the number that should wake you up. Goldman Sachs says generative AI could replace the equivalent of 25 million full-time jobs in 2026 alone. By 2030, up to 300 million worldwide. The International Monetary Fund puts it differently. AI will affect nearly 40% of all jobs globally. Not eventually. Now. The most dangerous myth people believe is this. My job is safe because it requires human judgment. That's exactly what customer service workers thought. Let's look at the real cases. Klarna, the buy now, pay later giant, announced its AI chatbot does the work of 700 customer service agents. They paused hiring. They cut staff. By early 2026, they've gone from thousands of employees down toward a target of 2,000. That's not a chatbot. That's a workforce replacement strategy. Block, the payments company run by Jack Dorsey, announced plans to cut 4,000 employees in February 2026. That's 40% of their entire global workforce. Their CEO explicitly tied it to AI advancements. Meta, May 2026, 10% workforce cut, 7,000 more employees relocated to AI initiatives. Cloudflare, 1,100 jobs gone, 20% of their workforce, for what they called an agentic AI-first operating model. General Motors, 600 IT employees laid off in May 2026. Reason given, lack of AI skills. This is not a slow trend. This is an avalanche. Now here's the data on which jobs are most at risk. Manufacturing, 58% of jobs at risk. Customer service, 45%. Transportation, 50%. Retail, 40%. Banking, 54% of roles have high potential for AI automation. Paralegals, 80% risk. And manual data entry, 95% automation risk. Those jobs are already effectively over. So what does this mean short-term, medium-term, and long-term? Short-term, next 3 months, 37% of business leaders already plan to replace human workers with AI by the end of 2026. 1 in 6 employers expects to reduce headcount specifically due to AI this year. If you work in a role that involves repetitive tasks, answering common questions, or processing standard documents, you need to have a plan. Medium term. Next year. Research from MIT and Boston University projects that AI-driven systems will have replaced approximately 2 million manufacturing workers globally by 2026. Gartner predicts organizations will replace 20 to 30% of service agents with generative AI. The workers who adapt, who learn to work with AI instead of against it, will see their value compound. The ones who don't? They'll be competing for fewer and fewer roles. Long-term, 3 to 5 years. By 2030, the World Economic Forum estimates 92 million jobs will be displaced. But here's the other side of that number. 170 million new roles will be created. Net gain, 78 million jobs. The problem isn't the total, it's the transition. Not everyone displaced from a customer service role in 2026 will smoothly pivot to an AI operations role by 2028. That gap is where the real pain lives. 3 things to watch in the next 90 days. Number 1. The Klarna model spreading. More companies will follow Klarna's playbook. Use AI to do the work of hundreds, shrink headcount aggressively, reframe it as efficiency. Watch for announcements from mid-sized tech and financial services companies. Number 2. Government response. The EU AI Act is already in force. The US is debating AI labor protections. Whatever happens legislatively in the next 90 days will shape how fast companies can move. Number 3. The rehire wave. Gartner predicts that half the companies that cut workers due to AI will rehire by 2027, under new titles. AI Implementation Specialist, Prompt Engineer, AI Quality Controller. The jobs aren't disappearing, they're transforming. And the people who understand that, who get ahead of it now, will be the ones companies are desperately looking for. Here's my honest takeaway. AI is not coming for your job in some distant future. For millions of people, it is already here. The question isn't whether AI will change your industry. It already has. The question is whether you're going to adapt before the change happens to you, or after. The workers winning right now aren't the ones fighting AI. They're the ones who learn to work alongside it. Subscribe if you want to stay ahead of these shifts. I cover the real story behind AI every week. And drop a comment below. What's your job and how worried are you about AI? I'll answer every single one.